Look, I have heard this sentence for years and years. I left because I didn't like my manager. And I am not here to judge that. Sometimes leaving is the right decision. I have done it. I have talked about it. I have said this to my friends and I have left because of bad managers. Topic for some another day. But I want to say something that most people don't say out loud. Many times you are not quitting the job. You are quitting one specific feeling you keep experiencing every day. And if you don't learn how to name that feeling, you keep changing jobs and the same pattern will follow you. Because the problem was never only the company, it was the emotional loop you were stuck in. I have faced this when I was in my early 20s, long back when I was doing all this, starting my career. I have faced this, and that's why I want to talk about it. Now let's talk about the recognition part of it, because that's the core of this. Most people think recognition is nice to have, like a bonus. But in real life, recognition is not a bonus. It's not a bonus, it is a fuel. When you do work and nobody notices and nobody says anything, your brain starts asking dangerous question. Does my work even matter? Does it even matter? And once that question starts, motivation drops, confidence drops, and even your health takes a hit. I have been through it, I have experienced it, that's why I'm saying all this. Now here's the part that will make you think. There's a classic motivation concept called Herzberg's two-factor theory. Okay, I'm not going to teach theory here, definitely not. Just one sentence. It says there are things that prevent dissatisfaction, like salary, job security, policies, and there are things that create a real motivation, like growth, ownership, and recognition. In simple words, what does it mean? What all these things mean? Simply, a decent salary can stop you from hating your job. Simple salary, a decent one. But it will not automatically make you love your work that you are doing. Recognition does. So if recognition matters this much, should you quit the moment you don't get it? Not so fast. Because here is the truth nobody wants to hear here. Workplaces are unfair with recognition. Unfair. Some teams praise you for small things. Some teams ignore you even when you are carrying the entire project. They ignore. Just ignore. Some managers are expressive. Some managers are silent even when they respect you. And some managers are just bad at being managers. We all know who they are. So the question is not, do I get recognition every day? No. The real question is this lack of recognition a temporary situation or is it a structural problem? Let me make this little practical. If your manager is not praising you, but you are still getting a fair feedback, fair ratings, and you are learning, that might be tolerable, right? That might be tolerable. But if you are being ignored, taken for granted, and your work is being used without any credit, that is not a small issue. That is not a small issue. That is a career risk. And that's when people start resigning and later say, I hated my manager. I absolutely hated my manager. But if you're honest, they didn't hate the manager as a person. They hated probably three things. One is feeling invisible, two, feeling disrespected, and three, feeling unsafe. Now I want to add a perspective that might sound a little uncomfortable, but it will help you in a long term. I'm talking with, early career professionals and, students. In many homes, especially in previous generations, there was a lot of work happening with very little recognition. Think about how many mothers ran the entire household. Cooking, cleaning, managing kids, managing everyone's schedule and whatnot. Countless things they used to do. How often did they hear, you did an amazing job today? Let's be honest, not often. How many times they heard, I like this dish, this was the best dish I had ever? No, very rarely. Now I am not saying this is right. I'm not saying people should tolerate disrespect. I'm saying humans can function for a long time without external validation. But there is a cost. There is a cost. And at work, that cost shows as burnout, frustration, and quitting. So here's what I want you to do before you make a career decision based on my manager doesn't appreciate me. Run this simple filter. I call it the recognition reality check, if you want. And yes, I'm giving it a name because your brain needs some structure, right? When emotions are high. Quick humor, if you want to hear, right? Your brain without structure is like a Chrome browser with say 47, 48 tabs open and you don't know where the actual music is coming from. You are just searching for it, right? Just a quick humor I wanted to talk about. Okay, recognition reality check. Question number 1. Is your manager silent or is your manager unfair? Silent means they don't praise much, but they still support you. Unfair means they block you, take credit, or play politics. If it's unfair, that's a real problem. Question number 2. Are you missing praise or are you missing the clarity? Many people think they want recognition, but what they actually want is clarity. They want to know, am I doing well? Am I on track? Do you trust me? If your manager is not praising, but they give you clear direction and you can grow, that's still workable. If you are getting neither praise nor the clarity, you will feel lost. You will feel lost. Question number 3. Are you depending on one person for validation? This is big. This is big. In early career, we unknowingly make our manager the judge of our self-worth. Bad move. Bad move. Your self-worth cannot be dependent on one person's personality. Just think of it. If your confidence rises and falls based on one manager's mood, you are giving away your control, right? You are just giving away your control. Question number 4. Are there other sources of recognition in the system? Recognition does not only come from your manager. It should not, right? It can come from other sources. It can come from peers, stakeholders, customers, leadership reviews, your work becoming visible, and so many other sources as well, right? It can come from it. If your manager is weak, you can still build visibility through the system. But if the entire system ignores you, then you are in the wrong environment. Yes. Question number 5. Is this job building your long-term career story? This is an important one. If this job is giving you skills, brand, projects, network, and growth, then you can tolerate some emotional discomfort while you plan your next move smartly. But if the job is giving you none of that and you are also not respected, then leaving is a logical choice. Now I want to be very direct here. I do not want this to be like, do not quit only because your manager didn't say good job. At the same time, do not stay in a place that consistently humiliates you. Both extremes are dangerous. The mature move is this. Separate those emotions from decision. Separate. Emotion is real. You should respect it, but decisions need data. Here's what data looks like. Before you decide to quit, try this for 2 to 4 weeks probably. 1. Ask for one feedback conversation. Not emotional, not complaining. Just simple one, right? Can you tell me what I am doing well and what I should improve on? Very simple, right? If they respond well, They can, right? So if they respond well, you learned something. If they avoid it, that's a signal. That's a signal. Number 2, create visible proof of your work. Visible proof. Send crisp updates, document outcomes, share wins with the stakeholders. Not for bragging, this is not for bragging, but just for visibility. For visibility, you are doing this. If your work becomes visible and still no credit comes, that's a stronger signal. A stronger signal. 3, build recognition outside the manager. One strong stakeholder, a strong stakeholder who respects your work can change your entire career path, can actually change your career path. If you don't have that, build it. Try to build it. Most people don't leave jobs because of workload. No, they don't leave because of the workload. They leave because they feel small. They feel small. They feel unheard. They feel unappreciated. They feel disrespected. If you are feeling that right now, you are not weak. You are not weak. You are human. You are just human. But before you jump, do the recognition reality check. Because the goal is not to escape the discomfort. Goal is not that. The goal is to build a career where your growth is stable, even when recognition is not perfect. Even when it is not perfect. Now I want you to hear from me. I want to hear from you. If you have ever left a job because of a manager, what was the real reason underneath? What was the real reason? Because typically we don't share that, right? We just say we didn't work out. But what was the real reason underneath? Was it recognition, clarity, respect, or safety?